Well, I think I'm done with this room. Let's go check out that room with the phone real quick. Can we go in the room? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Is there nothing else? Well, I can pick it up and call whom? Thought about calling Jerry, but I couldn't remember his number in London. Well, that's good. Okay. Horses. A stream? Mountains? Light switch? I intended to brighten up the whole place, but to my surprise, the lights wouldn't work. How did I know? And I bet you the plumbing's not working either. I bet you that's what that puddle's for. Yeah. So my dude's a writer, right? Generic standard lamp. Still, it was elegant and tasteful. I assume he's here to be scared, to be, you know, in the atmosphere of this weird, creepy place. We're not gonna go that way yet. Ooh, umbrella. No, umbrella. It's a rather torn umbrella. How do I pick things up? Can I put my suitcase down? Here, have a suitcase. No. A tiny vase, almost hidden in the corner, completed the modest furnishings in the lobby. There was a huge vase of oriental craftsmanship standing by the windows. I want that. I could hit someone with it. Alright. We're gonna go back to this door first. I'm guessing kitchen? Did I try this switch? Or did I just... Yeah, no power. Oh, that sound effect again from Morrowind, at least. That's the exact sound effect of when you leave the boat at the beginning of the game in Morrowind. What is this? Cigars? And I thought that other thing was cigars. Maybe it was. No, smoking can kill you. Especially when the cigars are decades old. Yeah, probably not a good idea. I seem to remember my stepbrother, when he was desperate for cigarettes, looking and trying to find some, and smoking some really old ones that made him cough or something. Oh, okay. What is that? I want to look... Oh, well, okay. Yes, candelabras. I want to pick one up. I want a candlestick. In the study. Yes. Candlestick in the study. Alright, let's go that way then. Wait, I want to look at that thing. Ah. Can I... No. What is that? Glass? Oh. Never mind. Alright. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. Come on, look through the pictures. Oh, fine. Don't look through the pictures. How about that one? More. What's that? Oh, what did I get? What did I get? I don't know. Is it a letter opener? It looks like a boring tool. Oh, like a drill. A hand drill? I don't know. Maybe I can get through locks with that. How about that one? It's locked. How about the boring tool? This is very boring, isn't it? No. We could try the house key. I don't know why that would work, but key didn't fit in there. Alright, how about the book? Oh no, don't make me read another journal. How many pages? Oh my goodness. Oh, right. Fine. Let's just do it. You know, this wouldn't bother me if it wasn't a Let's Play, but the fact that I'm recording and have to read it out loud, Alright, let me sit closer so I can read this tiny writing. Okay. February 6th, the construction of the railway bridge is almost complete and went quite smoothly. It took long. This is not the same person. Those ends do not look. No, okay. It took longer than I expected, yet I wish it would have lasted longer. Wait, railway bridge? Is that what was in that one picture? I don't know. I will be very sad to leave South Africa. I've become so attached to it, its culture, its arts, over the past few months that I can't help feeling as if it was already a part of me. I will surely return someday soon, hopefully, although I'm afraid there is a great deal of work to be taken care of in Old Britain. Fortunately, I made good friends here who were ecstatic about my new appreciation of their country. They have offered me some wonderful objects as a token of gratitude, which I have already crated and gotten ready to ship along with many trinkets I bought myself. Looks like I'm about to start a very substantial collection. It's a good thing Catherine agreed to move into our new home. Although I fear several renovations will have to be made, even more if I'm intending to start a serious new hobby. It seems I have to get back to work. John Patterson has just told me some natives are causing trouble. A very unfortunate thing, although I'm secretly rejoicing. What is this? I don't know. That seems... Oh, adventure gaming knowledge logic is kicking in. I need to stop doing this. February 12th. The natives won't leave. It's not like they're causing trouble so much as they're unsettling our workers. The only complaint so far has been distraction. They just stand still between the trees staring at us without blinking an eye. I've watched them for a few minutes and they seem like some tenebrous statues. I don't know that word. That's just me. Sorry. At first it was just annoying, but lately it has become downright creepy. They seem to be stalking us. So it's not like they're hindering the construction, but there is a general uneasy feeling as if they were about to jump at us at any moment. I think I will hire some protection as a measure of precaution. February 15th. Fascinating. I've been looking into these natives. They live in a nearby village and are a very small group, yet they seem to manage quite well. I had thought of them as quite an uncivilized tribe, but their movements are calculated and one could perceive a sense of careful organization in their tasks. Oddly enough, they seem to be very prudish, and their aspect looks awful. Although I couldn't take a good look at their facial features as I followed one of them completely on my own, and it could have been dangerous getting any closer. Also, the village is poor and very rough, but some of the shacks leapt out as inviting or special. Made me very curious. I will try to come closer tomorrow. February 16th. My second expedition to the village of the natives has been foiled by an unexpected problem at the bridge. I'm afraid it was due to a slight miscalculation on my part, an indication that I should be focusing more on the task at hand and put my sudden love for all African things aside for a moment. It was my fault and I accept it. February 20th. Excuse the sniffles. They are at it again, lurking behind the forest. It's amazing how they have changed our perception of the surroundings. At first we were delighted by the quiet nature of this place. Now we fear what horrors might be concealed in the dark and foreboding cloak of trees. The tops loom above us, overshadowing the bridge, and strange noises haunt our meals. Even the river telling ungodly secrets. Even the river and telling ungodly secrets. Whatever. We could be, of course, a bit more sensitive towards distractions, but I can't help feeling the area has, in fact, become more sinister. And yet I feel I'm still looking forward to satisfying my curiosity about the tribe. 24th. At last I found something more about the neighboring tribe. There is an incredible finding, and this is an incredible finding. I just can't withhold my excitement. I can't talk either. Some elders at the local town happen to know about them, but only through stories they heard. The most surprising thing is that the tribe was assumed to be extinct long ago, but according to my vague descriptions, the elders think that we could be dealing with a legend here. Everything they ever learned about them was during their childhood when the tribe was stalking the town, much in the same way they have been stalking us. People used to call them Dihan, or Dithan, or something. as such was the sound of screams heard echoing late in the night. They'd come out into the streets and see an evil glitter atop a hill in the distance. Let me fix my microphone. Yeah, that's better. Some would say it was a fire. Why'd the music come back? Some would say it was fire. Others, the cursed spirit of an ancient god. Whatever it was, they say the bright light amid those fantastic screams was bone-chilling. Fantastic screams? Huh. The macabre scene would suddenly stop just as it had begun out of nowhere, never to be seen again in days to come. Intervals between those horrible nights became longer and longer until they soon faded into oblivion. The tribe apparently had retreated back into obscurity until now. They were known as the Dalmar, a rather more scientific name, although none of the people I spoke with could possibly remember its origin. I find it extremely surprising no one has ever heard about this tribe, with the exception of a few townspeople. They must be incredibly rare, and judging by the stories passed on from generations in the town, very old. Oh, how many more pages? Oh, okay, fine. 27th. I'm gonna try sit back and read. I might be able to not be able to see it as well, but I will confess that I've become nearly obsessed with this strange tribe. I see them as the most prized goal of my appreciation towards all South African things, a dangerous yet irresistible reward. I feel as if they were my discovery. I simply have to study them before leaving. I fear I won't have the chance to ever again. It has become an important goal of mine, even more important than finishing the bridge. March 4th. Finally, so that's 5 days later. Okay, well, 28th, maybe. If it was leap year, whatever. Finally, I have managed to see them. My God, what a disturbing spectacle. When we arrived, they were moving around the village very slowly without speaking or communicating with each other, each minding his or her own business, completely alien to the rest of the world. They were filthy looking, coarse, and downright disgusting. I couldn't see any weapons, but they could have been stored somewhere. It was all very strange behavior in a tribe. They must be quite unique. Then, as if they had suddenly all become possessed by some wild spirit, they began shaking spasmodically. Is that a word, spasmodically? Did I say that right? I don't know. And screaming like mad. Some of them dropped to their knees and lifted their heads to the sky, eyes blank and moaning in an indescribable way. 2 of them walked away, still in that monotonous and slow manner, and in great contrast to the rest of the scene, into a shack. The next minute they brought out into the open an odd-looking mask. Its shapes, colors, and overall looks, while unsettling, were mesmerizing, and I felt instantly hypnotized by it. It rendered my modest collection of African curiosities into dull and uninteresting items. The mask was very ominous, and the whole tribe seemed to greatly revere it. Soon they began to gather around it and move in circles, fluttering and chanting a guttural psalm. Judging by their motions and aspect of the whole ritual, it must have been some kind of war ritual. Alright. I'm not sure how to explain what happened next, as I feel my pulse already throbbing. Words fail me to recount the most disturbing thing I've ever witnessed. One of the male villagers walked into the middle, near the mask, by his own will. It was an almost automatic act. All of a sudden, the remaining members became silent. I can't tell for how long it lasted, but I was afraid to breathe. I think Dolby and the others were also scared. They wouldn't even blink. I remember being soaked wet and expectant. The silence was so unnatural. Then a few members separated from the people circling the mask and jumped on the single villager, beating him to death. Okay. Did he get too close? To be completely faithful to the event, the small crowd tore him apart. They grabbed his legs in 2s and 3s and twisted them in a manner I dare not describe. That's a... yeah, okay. His face was disfigured with their bare fingernails and teeth, and the torso disappeared under the frenzied tangle of hands. In a matter of a few minutes, the villager was turned into a red sack of bones. Not one of the attackers had the compassion to snap his neck during the sickening process. It was very methodical, as if it was just another mundane task. The most terrifying aspect, though, was that the victim didn't even cringe. The silence was so deep I could hear his flesh ripping. I could hear his flesh ripping. I would expect any living creature to scream its guts out in such a condition. I can't tell whether he was drugged or half asleep, but I did recognize him dancing like everybody else before walking into the middle of the circle. It was the most outrageous and sadistic sacrifice I've ever heard of. I don't think I will ever forget what I saw. So, maybe he did it intentionally, like some sort of religious... well, whatever. My intentions of approaching further, even if they didn't have any weapons at hand, vanished. Oh yeah. Those creatures, I dare not call them human beings, could have killed my whole company in the blink of an eye with their rage. They seem to be completely out of themselves and willing to destroy anything intruding into their path. That sound too. Anyways, while the images of the sacrifice still haunt my thought, I still can't seem to forget that mark. It was so deceptive and simple, yet perfect in its design. Mask, not mark, sorry. I haven't seen anything like it. Like it. Oh, page. Oh, there's a page that was ripped out and it's folded over. Okay. I surely would love to take a better look. I feel the Dalmar, dangerous as they are, could be the most important ethnical finding in decades. What I've seen today is crying for some further investigating. I just can't leave them like that. I would never forgive myself. And the mask. That mask. I was ecstatic after reading the journal. The material was incredible. Yeah, I agree. It kind of reminds me of Gabriel Knight, the first one, the voodoo rituals. Though they, in that game, the voodoo rituals, they actually ripped out the heart of people that were still alive. That's a little different, but rather than ripping them to pieces and stuff. Okay, well that was interesting. It's a long read, but it was interesting. Let's go that way. Let's check out the globe. Sweet. Can I move it? Oh, nice. Okay, is that it? Ooh, I can do it again. Okay. Well, that was... I want a book. Oh yes, let's go look at the books. Or the clock. Another red clock. Most of the clocks in the house weren't working. Yeah. Several trophies for remarkable accomplishments adorn the room. What's this? A diploma granting the title of construction engineer to James T. Blackwood. Yeah, okay. Well, let's... Wait, what? No. Huge collection of books was impressive. I would have gladly spent days going through them. Me too. They look like encyclopedias or something. They're all series of books. Looks like. Oh, I want one. Can I pick one up? Not that I really want to read another one right now. Wait a minute. That flickered. Where did it flicker? Maybe it was this that made it flicker. Yeah. I can't take any books. That sucks. Look how detailed this game is. I mean, even the ceiling. Look at that. Man. Oh, I didn't see that up there. Okay, we're going back over there. Oh, and that. I need to look up more. What? No, that. It's a map. It's one of those maps where it's not quite as bad, but it's still pretty big. Where they didn't quite render the... Well, you know. So where Iceland looks like almost the same size as Australia. And some is it's even worse. What is that? There's nothing to click on. That's unfortunate. Can we look out the window? No. Alright. I kind of wish this game was actual 3D. Let me adjust my microphone.